As many of my academy members are getting the interviews and eventually the job offers from different countries such as Germany, Spain, Netherlands, and UK. Even many of you are contacting me every day through emails or through telegram messages that you got the job offer and now you are looking to move to Germany, and for that reason you are not sure how much money you must have with you for the first month for your survival, to bear your living expenses, because eventually you will get the salary from your new employer after 1 month, after you worked here for 1 month, and then at the end of month you will get the salary. So for that reason you have to arrange for the funds which are required to survive, to live, to bear your expenses for that 1 month. So in this video today, I will be speaking about all the expenses you must have, starting from applying for the visa, booking the flight tickets, and then coming here, about accommodation, what kind of other expenses you can expect, and how much will be the total of all of that, all of those expenses. Actually, I will be showing to you all those calculations on the screen in an Excel, so you have a better understanding. Hi guys, this is Sandeep Khaira and you're watching Conical Education. Before we proceed further, let me remind you to subscribe below and enable the bell notifications so that you don't miss any updates on this channel. You can also follow me on my social media pages. Links for all of them are given in the description below. Let's dive into today's video. So first of all, let us start from India. So what kind of expenses you can expect while you are in India, you are applying for visa, what kind of amounts you have to take out to get the visa, to fly. So let's talk about that first. Okay, so first thing that will be required is basically let's say your visa fee. So you can spare out, let's say I'm assuming that you are coming as a couple, so in that case you will be applying for the visa for husband and wife, so you can take out 75 euros for each of you. Okay, so let's put it as a visa fee, so which will be around 75 euros. So for two people it's going to be 150 euros. So that's the number one thing. As soon as you get the offer, you have to take out and you have to spend for your visa application. Okay, and the next thing is that let us assume you also have the kids, and so you can also apply for the visa for kids under 17 years of age, and then you will have to pay additional visa fee of 37 euros each per child. So you can see, if you have the kids, you can add 37 euros each and then see how calculations come out. Okay, and the next expense you can expect is basically your travel insurance, because when you come to Germany you have to show the travel insurance to cover your any kind of basically any kind of mishappening, your lost luggage or anything during your travel in the flight until you reach here. So I would say you don't need much there. Maybe you book an insurance from 15 days to 1 month, and then getting that kind of insurance you can choose from multiple options there. So this amount will be vary for the family between 2500 to 5000 rupees, basically in Indian rupees. So I'm putting in, let's say just in case 4000 euros, 4000 rupees, so which will be roughly around 45 euros. So I'm putting travel insurance for family as 45 euros. Okay, let's also do one more thing. Let's write it down here so that there is no confusion. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so next item you can expect, let's say you applied for visa, you have booked the travel insurance. Next thing for you is to book the air tickets. So air ticket prices cannot be fixed, they will vary, they will fluctuate. So based on how soon you are booking the flight and how well on time you are booking the flight, so prices may vary between 30,000 to 40,000 rupees. And if you are coming two guys, so let's say husband and wife, so let us take an average of 35,000 rupees. Okay, it may be 40, most likely it's going to be 40, so let's put it 40,000 rupees. So which will be around let's do the calculation, so which will be around 900 euros if I'm not wrong. Okay, I can check it on your behalf very quickly. So 80,000 rupees, I'm taking the exchange rate of 87 rupees just in case. So yeah, it's 919, so let's put it 920 euros. Okay, so let's put it there. Air tickets, okay, zero is missing. Okay, perfect. So these are the expenses that you have to take care in India when even before flying. So because you need the ticket, so that you can board the flight. Okay, on top of that, I can't think if there is anything else required. So that is fine when you are in India. Now you want to travel, you want to board the flight, let's do the calculations from there on. One thing I missed actually, it's that even before boarding the flight, you also need to book an accommodation for yourself for first month, or at least first couple of months, maybe 1 to 3 months. You also have to find an accommodation for yourself. So there is no fixed price for that. It could vary between if you go for a smaller apartment like 40 square meter or something like this, because you are just coming and then you are putting in the money out of your savings or pocket or from your pocket. So you can consider that, okay, if you go for a smaller one, maybe you find something within 8 to 900 euros, or let's say you go for a bigger one, then you might have to spend 1200 or 1300 euros. So I'm assuming you are not spending the bigger amount. I'm putting somewhere in the middle, because this apartment is going to be little expensive, because it's basically you are renting the apartment from the these kind of rental services. It could be Airbnb, or it could be any kind of hotel booking or something. So it's going to be, even hotel could be even more expensive. So you just have to see what are the cheaper options available. So let's put it 1100 just in case. Okay, so accommodation, okay, accommodation charges 1100 euros. Now you are in the flight, you are coming to any city in Germany. Okay, let's take an example. You got the job in Dortmund. Okay, and the nearest airport could be close to Dortmund, will be Dusseldorf. Okay, so in that case, I would say it's not only about when you book the air ticket, you will get the ticket only until the airport, but you also have to travel from airport to Dortmund. So first thing first, so now you are in the flight, you landed here, that's a good thing. You are in Germany, you are now going to lead a German lifestyle. So now you have to board a train to Dortmund. So this is the closest possible thing I could find. Like in this example, I took this example, but in your case, you could be traveling longer, because Dortmund is just like 70-80 kilometers from Dusseldorf. Okay, so but I'm considering the example just in case, this one only, but calculation I will be doing based on other examples as well. So normally what happens, you land here, you can also book these kind of train tickets from Dusseldorf to Dortmund online before even traveling. You can visit the DB Bahn website, okay, and then book it from there, because you will be having a lot of luggage and it is little bit difficult to carry all that luggage in the bus. So it's better to book a train. It could be intercity express, or it could be a regional train. So it's up to you how much you want to spend. Regional Bahn will cost you around, maybe for two guys, 30 euros if it's within the same state, or if you are booking the ice train, which is intercity express, it will be very fast. And then if it's close by your destination city, you will be paying roughly around 30 euros or so. If it's bit far, let's say 500 kilometers or so, or maybe 400 kilometers, then you will be paying 80 euros, 90 euros, or maybe 100 euros, depending on how far you are going to go, how far is your destination. So I'm putting in just an average case, 50 euros, so which means 100 euros for both of you. So that's the train ticket after you land. Okay, and next thing is, which is very interesting, which I should tell you here, is that normally when you book the train ticket, you have an option to buy the local travel ticket with this public transport, local travel ticket of the public transport in that destination city, but you will not be paying anything extra. You just have to click yes, yeah, you want the public transport ticket, and then it will be included. Because when you land in Dortmund. You are coming by train from Dusseldorf to Dortmund, and then from Dortmund from Dortmund train station you want to reach to your home, whatever you have arranged for yourself, rather than paying 10 euros extra for your local travel in the Dortmund. So you just select that you want to have the local transport ticket, so it will be included. So that's the good thing. One thing I forgot to mention about the apartment is that basically, when you look for the apartment, try to, I would say, don't give so much preference to the rent of the apartment. For example, if it's 1100 euros or 1200 euros, don't get biased towards the less apartments with the less amount of rent, because those will be less furnished or maybe not furnished at all, and you just moved in and you for 10 days. Nowadays people are in quarantine for 10 days if they are traveling, and if in case you are vaccinated, so that's a different story, but if you are not vaccinated, then you must remain in quarantine for 10 days. So considering that, it's always recommended to go for a furnished apartment, so that you have everything in your kitchen, in your washroom, all the quilts or blankets, and even in washroom you will get all the basic facilities, and in kitchen you will get all the dishes and utensils already fitted in, gas stove and everything, right? Hot water, so you don't have to get so much trouble. So it's better to book a furnished one. That's going to make your journey easy, right? So yeah. And another important thing I want to mention, that when you book an apartment, make sure to go for an apartment where Wi-Fi connection is available, because if you book an apartment where Wi-Fi connection is not available, then you might not have the internet for 3 to 4 weeks after arrival, and then if you have to join your work, then it will be impossible for you to start working within first week or within first 2 weeks, because your employer is interested that you join as soon as possible or something like this. So make sure when you are looking for the apartment, make sure it is furnished, make sure it is having the Wi-Fi connection for your convenience. And because even this is also going to help you, because in the beginning you might not have the SIM card if you haven't bought the SIM card at the airport. So you haven't bought the SIM card, and then once you reach here, you want to call back to the family in India, or maybe call to the friends who are already in Germany. So at least it will keep your communication alive. That's very, very important. So make sure Wi-Fi is there in the apartment you are going for. Now you are in your flat, new apartment, what you have booked for 1 week, 1 month or so whatsoever. Okay, so now the thing is that you just moved in, right? You need to buy a lot of things. For that reason, make sure to have extra money for first week, because I'm sure maybe you might need to buy some dishes, or maybe you might need to buy some utensils. You need to buy the basic toiletries which is not available in the furnished apartment. Maybe you want to have some extra food because you are in quarantine, right? Because you cannot bring everything from home in your luggage, right? Maybe you want to buy creams or face creams or some shaving kits or whatsoever, right? So it could be anything. So and even getting a phone connection, getting a mobile connection, or there will be always some things you will find, okay, you have to buy, you need it now because it is not available in your furnished apartment. So that for that reason your expenses will be little higher in the first week. So let's say you get the fully loaded apartment, I will still assume including grocery for that week, if you order online because you are in quarantine. Okay, if you order the grocery, so but on top of other things, like I said, on top of grocery, like I said, so you need these extra things which you can order online. So I would still say spare roughly 500 euros for the first week, because you never know what you need. I'm saying at least 500 euros. It's better if you can keep more for the first week. At least keep 500 euros just in case. Okay, first week expense. But no, I'm not telling you, okay, expenses are going to be like this always. Okay, it is just for the first week, and later on when you start living in your permanent apartment, or you continue living in the same apartment for a couple of months, your expenses will definitely go down, which I will be telling you in this video further. So from second week onwards, it depends on how you live, what kind of lifestyle you live, basically. What kind of stuff you buy. Do you buy any kind of things which are expensive, not which are not of daily use, right? So maybe you are fond of perfumes or something, or so I'm just telling you the miscellaneous things. So if I just talk about the basics, for example, getting the vegetables, getting the onions, tomatoes and all that, and then when it comes to toiletries, maybe hand washing soap, shampoos and all that, because you are just a couple, right? I'm assuming you don't have the child, so your expenses could be somewhere around 70 euros, 80 euros, or maybe 90 euros if you are spending on the higher side. And I'm not including in this if you are eating outside or anything, which I'll talk later. So if you are just cooking food at home, every, let's say you are cooking 2 meals a day, 3 meals a day, and then yeah, so then you can expect 80 to 90 euros per week, and then including, as I said, anything miscellaneous you want. So in that case, I'm putting in for the second week I'm still putting on higher side, just in case if you are not a person who spends high. I'm still putting on higher side to give you the maximum possible calculation. So or because it will vary between 80 to 150, I'm still putting in 150 just in case. Okay, so though 150 is very high just for the basic things if you are cooking at home. Okay, so same goes for third week, fourth week, right? So yeah, so these are your expenses, but in reality, practically, if you are a normal person who lives the normal lifestyle, maybe you will be fine within 80. Okay, I'm just writing. Okay, so that is the kind of expenses you can expect. And let's say you also have a kid with you, so maybe then you can add extra 20-30 euros, but for if you have the kids, right? But not much. It is just about grocery and everything. I'm putting in just like everything on a little bit on extra side, because you don't get the surprise here. Maybe you bring the extra money, that is okay, but you shouldn't fall short of money, because you don't know anyone around here, and it's difficult to ask for the money. Okay, so this is the expenses going to be for you. And let's say you are eating outside, for example, maybe once a week, I'm assuming. Okay, then you can say if you are eating at a decent place, in the evening you went outside, you had some drinks, it could be any Chinese, Indian or Mexican or anything, right? So just spare out at least 30 to 30, not 30 would be lower to say, because if you are into drinks, maybe both of you are taking at least one drink, and also then expect a 40 euros bill for two people. And if you have the kids, then maybe you can expect another 15 euros, 10 euros, whatsoever, right? So basically these will be your expenses for the first month. Okay, I will also be talking about here renting the apartment and all. So let's first bring the total here, then we will see. Okay, let's see, what do we get? It's 3300 euros so that you will be spending. And if I convert it into Indian rupees, but 3300 is little bit on higher side. I'm keeping everything little extra. So but you can also do all of this within 2600. So just to avoid any surprises later on, so I'm doing 3300. Okay, so this will be the money to spend the first month you are coming as a couple. Okay, so which will be roughly, if I talk in Indian rupees, 2,87,500. So I would assume if you even bring 2,50,000, you will be fine. Okay, basically you have that kind of spare money, because you are settling in, you are spending, settling your family here and all that. Okay, now talking about the renting the apartment, permanent one, because you want to leave this place which is which you rented for the time being. So let's say you are looking for an apartment, so I would recommend to look from second month onwards. And it might take you 2 to 3 months, 4 months. Okay, so start looking the apartment by this time, from second month onwards, because there are also certain additional expenses you might have to consider. Okay, and that will be quite high, I would say, and I would not recommend. It's your choice, but you might not want to take out that money to rent the apartment from your Indian savings, or maybe savings in your other home country, right? So you want to earn here for a couple of months, and then you rent the apartment. So basically, if you go for a basic apartment, you have two choices, whether you go for a furnished one, unfurnished one. I would prefer to go for an unfurnished one, because then you have lesser rent, and then you can put in your own furniture and all that. So in the starting, I would say, if you're coming as a couple, then still I would say go for at least for 55-60 square meter, and if you have kid, then go for 70 square meter, because the kids also need some play area for themselves. Okay, so 50-60 square meter, if I talk about Munich. So if not in the center, maybe little bit outside center, you can find something between 1000 euros to 1300 euros per month. Okay, it depends on what kind of apartment it is, what kind of facilities are there, so you have to choose yourself. So that's the thing. And why I'm saying start looking from second month onwards, because it might take you 2 months, 3 months, or maybe 4 months to find the real apartment for yourself. And in these months, you will be getting your salary month on month, and you will be saving some money out of your salary, right? So, and you can use that money to pay for your security, which I'm going to talk now. So basically, security is something would be taken up by the landlord for 2 to 3 months of the rent. So let us assume you have a rent of 1200 euros. I'm just keeping everything on higher side. Maybe you can also find something in 900. So I'm just using the numbers which give you the idea. Okay, you can go on the worst side, you can do calculation on the worst side. Okay, so suppose 1200 is the rent, so you have to pay upfront 2 to 3 months of security, which will be 3600 euros. Okay, but the good thing is that you can ask your landlord to divide this security into 2 installments. Okay, that is possible, they agree for that most of the times. Okay, so so when you rent, let's say you find an apartment from third month onwards or fourth month onwards. Actually, you start looking earlier, but you get it by third month onwards or fourth month onwards. So you will have to pay additional 1800 euros when you book the apartment, when you rent the apartment, because 1200 he will be taking the advance rent plus half of the a security amount, which will, so total will be 3000 euros. And I'm sure you will have this amount by the end of third month or so. So don't worry, you can manage that. So, and this money is anyway yours, you will get it back when you vacate the apartment, maybe in couple of years. Okay, so this is the kind of money you need when you are coming, you are settling in, right? So this at least minimum 2 lakhs to 2 lakh 50,000 to 3 lakhs you must spare when you are searching for the job, so that you can manage. If you have the kid, maybe you can see, like, you should be done within 3 lakhs or maybe little extra, maybe 325 or the 3 lakh 50,000. Okay, so that is all for today's video, right? So if you really like the video today, you can give thumbs up, comment below, or share with your friends. So yeah, I really love to sharing these details. So have a good evening. Bye bye, take care.